Hello, my fellow adventurers! This is Mloentje, and welcome back to Throne and Liberty. Guys, we got a new event, and this is an event we all enjoy. It has a store, guys. It has a store. So let's take a look and see what we can get. Earlier, I did log in, and I did also go to my Ematoy already. So, event calendar. Right now, we've got the Harbinger of Chaos Calanthea. A strange wave is slowly encroaching upon the world. This unknown and ominous aura heralds the resurrection of Calanthea, a being of chaos. There is no more time to hesitate. You must find the traces of chaos imbued with Calanthea's mana, which will be the key to face the danger you will encounter throughout Solicium. You can use them to craft essences specialized for raids or exchange them for helpful items. Complete your preparations before chaos fully awakens and prepare to encounter the looming calamity. Now, this event is for 3 weeks, guys. So basically, in 3 weeks, we will get the 12-man raid, the first raid that we will get in the game. And this is all preparations for that raid. So that kind of means we have another check-in today. We've got Fortune Stones, of course, still, but we also got Harbinger of Chaos. So we're getting Traces of Chaos. These are 50 that we get here. We also get Seeds of Chaos, 5, and then Seeds of Purity. Right, and these are the rewards that we daily will be picking up. So in total, let's check out the Traces of Chaos. So that's a 50, that's 100, that's 200, that is 300, that is 450, that is 600, that's 750 Traces of Chaos, right, that we can get in total. Because, well, I'm basically going over what we can buy in the shop right now. We'll look later where we can use these Seeds of Purity and the Seeds of Chaos. They're basically cooking ingredients, guys. So, not really looking at those Traces of Chaos. Those are the important ones. So, yeah, 750 from the actual event, daily login that we can get. Now, of course, if we go to Ematoy, we can get some as well. So, first, we're going to check out where we can get these traces. And then we're going to check out what is in the store, and it is pretty good, guys. So Ematoy Expedition, they went out for 8 hours, so claim reward, and we are getting 8 Traces of Chaos. So of course, with the math that I'm gonna do, and it might be slightly off as it was in the previous episode, I'm gonna do it correct, try to do it correctly this time, guys. So we get 24 a day max if you actually really send them out, because it is 3 weeks. That means 21 days. It means from your Ematoy, you can get 504 in total. And from the calendar, you can get 750, right? In total that we can get. Now, the next part where we can get these is from our Mystic Keys. We are getting three cases of, and a Mystic Portal has appeared. So this is actually pretty perfect. So I'm gonna do, yeah, move. Don't target me, don't target me, don't target me. And it does look like there's none in them. So basically, we go for the 5 keys we can buy every day. Quickly go to Pienta. Let's buy our 5 keys. So that basically means 15 a day times 21 days. I am correct. And I'm gonna write those numbers down. Come to contract points.
Just let me know if it's
so yeah, 5 a day that we can get. So if you saved up a couple keys, you're gonna get ahead a little bit. So yeah, let's do some math, and then in the meantime, I'm gonna go into a tier, because we have, well, basically have tier 1 and tier 2 dungeons, right? Or tier 2 and tier 3 dungeons. Now I'm not really sure. I'm gonna need to test out if the 4 tier dungeon gives more than the tier 3 and the tier 2. Let's see how many we can get. Come on, show me. Really? Gonna be in the 3rd row. Yeah, there we go. So 3 traces from a dungeon, guys. That means from your tier 2 dungeons, basically you can get 6 a day. Now we only need to see if there's a difference between the tier 3 and the tier 4. Boss is down.
Please, take me.
Let's see how many we get. Maybe in the next tab. Yeah, 3 traces, guys. So let's do some math, guys. And we all know by now that I'm really not that good at my math. So Yeah, we can get 8 times 3 for the Amatoid daily. So that's 24 a day times 21 days. It's going to be 504 in total over over the next 3 weeks. Now, this does mean that you need to be like on the second that they come in, you need to send them back out. Like you can't miss a second, right? So let's say you can get like maybe 380 out of them, something like that, or 480 out of the 504 if you really do it perfectly, right? The calendar, we can get 750. Mystic keys, it's 5 keys, 3 per key, times 21 days, that's 315. And then from the co-op dungeons, we can get 12 a day. So we can get 3 for the tier 2s, times 2, and then 3 for the tier 3 or 4, times 2. 12 a day, times 21, that's 252. The total is 1,821, guys. Now, well, basically, we need to go to the Trace of Chaos Exchange Merchant, which is here in Herba Village, next to One Square, something like that. The middle of the square with a little water lake here, guys. And we need to check out what is actually in here. Now, I did already buy some stuff, as you can see. So we've got a title, Sense of the Persecutor of Chaos. So a title that is in here. The Pose Martial Arts Etiquettes and Pose Mind Training. So a total for the first row would be 25, 25, 25. Now the title you can only obtain once. Same with the poses, right? The emotes that are in this game. So that would mean for the top row, we need 75 to unlock everything. For the next row, Precious Weapon Growth Stones, Precious Armor Growth Stones, and Accessory Growth Stones. Now, the Weapon Growth Stones are basically 2 Chaos Traces. And you have a daily limit of 2, meaning that 2 times 2, that's going to be 4, right? For 5 Chaos Weapon Growth Stones, so 10 in total. So that's really good, because that means 21 days if you buy them every day. Then basically you can get 210 weapon growth stones, armor growth stones, and accessory growth stones during this event, which is really, really nice. But yeah, we're here for the price, so that's 2 times 2, so that's basically 4 in total, right? 2, 4, yeah, 4. And then 2 times 1, so that's gonna be 6, and then 2 times 1, that's gonna be 8. So if we do 8 times 21, we got 168 for the second row that you're gonna need, right? Weapon Mastery Seal, 100,000 points. We got 50 in here for 2, so that's gonna be 100. But it's a weekly limit, not a daily. The only daily items is the Armor Growth Stones. So a weekly limit of 100. We got 3 weeks in here, so that's 300 for the Weapon Mastery Seals over the entire event. Precious Base Material Chest, we got 20 weekly as well for 1. So that's gonna be over the past next 3 weeks. There's gonna be 60 in total. Precious Polished Crystals, we're gonna have weekly limit of 20 for 1. So again, over the event, that's gonna be 60. So in total, that's gonna be 420 for this line over here, right? So we got 300 for the first, and then 60 and 60, 420. Then we get to the Precious Magic Powder. That's gonna be 20 as well. So again, 60 over the event. Precious Ore Selection Chest, 20. Weekly limit, 1. 60 over the event. Now, I'm not gonna calculate the quality stellarite, guys, because it's basically infinite. You can buy as much as you want. So I'm basically leaving the quality stellarite alone and only calculating the ones that have a limit to them. So for this line, it would be 120. And then we have the Precious Chaos Rune Chance Chest, which is a total limit. So there's no weekly limit. You can only buy 20 of these, but they're 10 each. So meaning 200. Now, if we do the math, it's going to be 75 for the top row, plus 168, plus 420, plus 120, plus 200. That's 983 for everything in the shop, except for the quality stellarite, right? Just everything that has a limit, it's 983. Now, if we do 1,821 minus 983, it leaves us with 838 in total, guys, that we have left. Now, you can say that's a lot of quality stellarites, but I do presume we need to go check out the cooking, because I presume we're gonna need some of these traces for cooking as well. As we saw at the start with the daily login, the daily check-in, we also have these seeds, the Seeds of Chaos and the Seeds of Purity. So it's 5, 5, 5, 5, 10, 10. So it's probably gonna be the same amount of Chaos seeds and the same amount of Purity seeds. Let's quickly do the math on that one. So that's gonna be 5, 10. It's gonna be 20, 20. That's gonna be 30, 45. Gonna be 60 and 50. That's gonna be 75 for the Seeds of Chaos. But we have the same amount of Seeds of Purity, so there's gonna be 150 in total, right? So now what we... Whoa, a little bit of a delay here. Now we need to kind of figure out the event. What can we buy from? What can we make from these, right? So from these Seeds of Chaos, we can make the Fury Chaos Essence. All species damage boost, guys, 60. Boss critical hit chance, 70. Boss heavy attack chance, 70. So right now, this is the best food in the game for bosses. Like, nothing compares to this one. This is gonna be... And this is also a preparation for the raid, right? So I'm definitely gonna be using these on the raid and not be using these on regular bosses. Now, I do hope that this food will eventually get into the game, because this is just way too good to be true. I don't think it will, because then it would mean that every specific food that we have, so for instance the Argent Jelly, a boss hit chance, undead damage boost, undead damage resist, it will become obsolete. Now, why do I say this? If you look at the Luminous Life Essence, all species damage resist, boss endurance, boss evasion, guys. So right now in the game, with the previous update, we are also allowed to both consume a defense and an attack potion or food at the same time. Before, you needed to pick, or you can go the defense way, or you could go the attack way. Healers and tanks would probably go to a Luminous Life Essence, or go the defense way for any defense food, and then basically damage dealers would go into the attack foods. Right now we can both consume attack and defense foods at the same time, meaning you can consume both of them at the same time while doing the raid, because these are all in preparation for the raid. So how much do we need? We need 5, guys, for every craft, and we know that there is 150 times 5, right? Because there is 75 Seeds of Purity that we can craft, and then 75 Chaos Essence, right? So that's 150. So how much is... I kind of need to count that. 150 times 5, gonna be 500, and 250. It's gonna be 750. So we have 838 left minus 750, meaning that we have 88 to spare at the end of the event if you do everything. Now, basically what it means is you can kind of... Well, that's what is gonna happen to me, because I need to go to work. I need to sleep. So I'm not gonna be completely precise with all of the ametoi that I can actually send out and get back home, right? I'm gonna be away from work. Well, at work, well, I got a half hour towards work and a half hour to go back to work. So that's basically 9 hours. So basically I'm already missing 1 hour that my ametoi can go out, right? So that's where those 88 come into place for my personal... Like, I'm gonna do everything else. I'm gonna do my calendar, I'm gonna do my Mystic Keys, I'm gonna do my co-op dungeons. So I can be a little bit off with my ametoi and still be able to craft and buy everything. And this is also why I'm saying this is an event everybody can enjoy. Right now we have an event that a lot of people are not happy about, and me neither. The Fortune Stones one, I've spent around at least 250 million. And I'm basically every 5 million you should get 80, but you're only getting those 80 at the end of the event. So there's no way to actually be able to calculate, or well, there is a way to calculate, but it's an uncertainty. Like, we don't even know if it's working, spending the 5 million to get the 80. If it was working and we would actually get them in our inventory, we will be able to keep track of where we are towards those 12,000. Nobody in this game is able to track where they are towards the 12,000, and that is just bad scripture, guys. That is just not good at all, and a lot of people are not happy about it. Yeah, for this event, I am really happy, and I definitely gonna try to get everything out of this that I can. There is still some work that I need to do on my account. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of this event and basically playing the game a little bit. Like, playing the game just gets you everything in this event, and that is awesome. That is how it should be. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this episode here, guys. If you want to see more of my quest progression on my Let's Play, or any content that I might release from Throne and Liberty or any other game that I play on my channel, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.